Hi, Steve Frazier again with Over Landscapes, where I'll be talking about overlanding, truck camping, and landscape photography. I'm really excited. Today, FedEx dropped off this box that has the Ultimate Scout Kit from Kelly Kettle. As I unbox this, I'm going to record it so that if I need to, I can put things back together again the way that they were in the box. I'm going to take a look at each item. Then I'm going to see if I can put things together so that I'm able to travel with this, still being about the same size. The reason that I got the Kelly Kettle is that I didn't want to be dependent on propane for my camp stove. Of course, I realize that some of the places that I'll camp will require me to use a camp stove. So in those cases, I'll use a small backpacking camp stove. Alrighty, here's the box from Kelly Kettle for the Scout Kit. And we will open it up. There's a tab here in the front. Open the lid. And what I'm seeing right now is more cardboard on the top of the kettle. And now I'm getting a better view of the Kelly Kettle. Pull that out. Looks like some instructions, promotional material, and also in this bag is the carrying case. And this looks like the fire base. It came out just like this. As I open this, I noticed that these two nest together. So this on top is the fire base. And this is what they call the hobo stove down here. Kind of flanged. We'll take a closer look at it here in a minute. So I'm going to see if I can pull out the base, the fire base. There we go. The hobo stove. Pots and pans, these were upside down like that, so pots and pans together, and I believe the cups are inside of here also. Yes, cups are inside of there. And there's just some cardboard boxing. This is a pot. It does have a lid to it. There's more. These are the plates. Oh, definitely the plates can be used as a frying pan. They nest inside of each other. Got a piece of paper between them. Yeah, nice plates. Okay, let's open up the hobo stove here. We'll talk about this opening, which is pretty important on there. There's two cups, and they come with these little silicone things that you slide over the side to keep from burning your lips if you have something very hot in there. And they do have some handles. So there's one of these silicones for each of the cups. And what's nice about these, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, is they have measurements marked off so that you don't need to have a measuring cup. Okay, and this was on the top of the box. I use a pair of scissors here to open it. Okay, I believe these fit together like this. This actually fits inside of here so that you can put a pot or a plate or whatever on top of this. And also in the same pack, I believe that is to grab a hold of a pot or a plate as a handle. So also with that, appears to be a small grate. So opens up thusly. So we have the Kelly Kettle itself. There's a nice handle. There's a chain there. So I was watching the video. They've taken some measures to make sure that things don't leak. They've changed things. For instance, this used to be riveted on that holds the chain, and now they spot welded on there, which I think is really, really good. So let me talk just a moment about what was in the Scout kit. The Kelly Kettle itself boils 1.2 liters or 41 ounces of water, literally within minutes. Very, very fast, which I think is exciting. So you can use any kind of fuel that you find laying around at your feet. That includes grass, twigs, pine cones, you name it. So again, this is the hobo stove. Highly effective, as I understand it, and supposedly will work in all weather conditions and hold any size of pan. The stove works with the fire base for the kettle. So in this case, instead of having the kettle on the base, use the stove on the base. Fits over just like that. And then you're able to put pot, pan, or whatever, feed fuel in through either of these slots. Again, when you have the pot or the pan on here, this opening allows air to get into the stove. This is the 0.8 liter or 20 ounce pot. It comes with a lid, a handle, and the grill. It's suitable for making noodles, rice, oatmeal, or rehydrating your meals while you're out camping. We mentioned this earlier. It's the pot support that goes into the chimney of the Kelly Kettle. It just drops on there like that. I'm really pleased with these cups with measurements on them, and they nest into each other, and they have the little silicone tabs. And of course we have the two plates, or bowls rather, which can be used as a frying pan. And before I forget about it, I want to go ahead and open up the contents of the sack that has the instructions and stuff. Promotional material, that actually came with something else that I ordered. And when I saw this, I thought, oh yeah, I want to get the Kelly Kettle. So good job, whoever packed that. Yes, definitely some good instructions on the Kelly Kettle, as well as promotional material. And this is the bag, the Kelly Kettle. I do not know if they have upgraded this. One of the other videos that I watched said that the bag tore apart on their first trip. Maybe it was a defective bag, but I'll find out when I start using it. Okay, now that I have this disassembled, taken out of the box, I need to see if I can put it back together properly so that it's ready to take on a trip. The instructions that I found on the website say, first of all, Start with a fire base and insert the hobo stove into the large opening. So this is my hobo stove, and this is my fire base, and so we take and put those two together just like that. Fits very nicely, very snugly. Next, the pot goes into the base, actually into the hobo stove. Okay, the 2 cups. I am going to put the silicone back on. Fits very nicely. Of course, the handles have to be in. And we'll take the larger cup, 500 millimeter cup, and do the same thing. So 350 nests into the 500, just like so. And then that goes down there very nicely. We have things together. Place the pot lid into the large opening. So there's the pot lid. Now it goes on. Okay, good enough. So there we go. That's what I've assembled so far. Place the kettle over the closed end of this. The closed end, that means this goes upside down. And that fits over just like that, which is nice. All right, so far that's what we've got. Everything fits very nicely up into here. So the handle and the grate go inside of our 2 bowls here, or pots. So this I'm going to fold. Actually, it's got some tape on it, which will certainly burn off. I'm not too worried about that right now. So I put that in there, I put that in there. There's nothing that will hold this in place like that. All right, so the question is, where does this go? And if I lay it in here, it kind of fits, barely even with the top. So I'm not sure that that's the best place for it, but it's probably the only place that I can figure out right now. We take this, put it back on top. There we go. So how does that work? Well, it'll certainly fit into the bag, and I can certainly carry it. So let's try to get all of that back into the bag again. Again, it's easier to take the plates and the paraphernalia and put it into the bag first, so that the Kelly Kettle will just sit down on top of that. Kind of loosely fitting together. It doesn't snap together type of thing. It certainly fits together. It's pretty compact. I'll talk more about how I actually use it and the results, the whistle, those type of things when I get out into the wild here shortly. It weighs 4.6 pounds or 2.1 kilograms, excluding all the packaging. That's this right here. Okay, that's it. The Kelly Kettle.